Has won an early victory in its legal battle with Nigerian authorities. It secured the right to transfer money out of Nigeria after the federal government sought to freeze its accounts. The Federal High Court in Lagos turned down a government request that MTN's accounts be frozen. The request was for the account to be frozen, pending the outcome of a legal battle over a 65 billion rand fine imposed by the Nigerian Communications Commission. Well, let's go straight to Nigeria now, in Abuja. In fact, this is where our correspondent Sophia Adengo is standing by. Sophia, good afternoon. Is this indeed an early victory for MTN? And what were the reasons behind this ruling?
Well, it's interesting to note that MTN has been fighting this battle with the Nigerian government. The National Communications Commission, which is the regulatory body for telecoms in this country, fining MTN in late October of 2015 and imposing a steep fine of almost $5 billion US dollars. That fine, of course, was negotiated in a set of closed-door meetings with the Nigerian government. And, of course, given a deadline of the 31st of December for MTN to pay a fine of almost a trillion, naira. The outcome of the Nigerian High Court in Lagos refuting the allegations that the Nigerian government would have to tap into 21 accounts that are allocated to MTN in Nigeria, in which the 1 trillion would be derived from, has been, of course, dealt a significant setback. MTN has completely asserted that the NCC, the regulatory body, cannot regulate and also prescribe, and also, impose the fine, all three in one, that there must be some kind of court justice system to take a look and act as a mediator between the multinational telecom and the Nigerian government. So, of course, MTN is celebrating this small victory, albeit that MTN is still in continued talks about this trivial 1 trillion that is levied upon the company. But as of now, the Nigerian government has taken a significant setback and has had to rethink the idea that they could just tap into the MTN accounts and MTN can go ahead and do business as usual. MTN does repatriate a lot of the revenue that is received from the Nigerian population back to South Africa in its business dealings here, but also provides a significant amount of tax revenue for the government, the Nigerian government, that is. Devin?
And I suppose the fear, of course, was that Nigerian authorities were concerned that MTN would move all of its money from the country before the fine is actually enforced. Is there a sense that MTN will indeed move in that direction?
Well, MTN's lawyers have always asserted that they are willing to comply with the laws and comply with the regulations of the Nigerian Communications Commission. There's never really been a conflict of interest. The contention here is the fine that has been levied upon them seemed a little steep. And of course, the investigation behind how the fine was levied, that really is where MTN has completely disagreed with the NCC and has taken on the Nigerian government in standing up for themselves as a multinational doing business here in Nigeria. And the Nigerian courts seem to agree with MTN at this point that there seems to be more investigation. There needs to be a closer look at the NCC and how this fine was levied, and that business cannot come to a complete standstill, or this money cannot be seized by force by tapping into these 21 accounts simply because the deadline has been missed. Nigeria right now is, of course, going through its considerable amount of economic crisis, but it needs to endorse the efforts of foreign direct investment, such as MTN's telecommunication here in Nigeria. So it seems a rather complex situation, but of course, some light at the end of the tunnel with this breakthrough in talks so far.
All right, we'd leave it there. Sophia Adengo, live to us from Abuja. Thanks indeed for your time. Now, low-cost airline Skywise has lodged a complaint with the Competition Commission over its